Hi everyone, I'm Cody W3AMG with BridgeCom Systems, and today we're going to be going over in this live stream how to use the Bluetooth feature of your AnyTone radio and how to hook it up. We're going to show you with a headset, a speaker, which would also simulate like a car stereo, and then how the actual push-to-talk button works and how you connect it up. Awesome, so we're going to do that in just a minute, but before we get started, I want to do a couple quick announcements and then go through some shout-outs. So who do we have in the house today? We are on this stream live going to be giving away a brand new AnyTone 878 UV2 Plus. Now this is the latest and greatest model. We're going to give one of these away today. You do have to be present to win, so make sure you enter that giveaway and stick around, and you could be the lucky winner. Now another great thing happening, I believe later today we are announcing a brand new giveaway, BridgeCom Systems giveaway. So can't really give you any details yet on that, but it's going to be really cool, and there's a special twist to it this time that's never been done before in our giveaway. So you definitely want to check that out. Later on, we'll send out the announcement. Anyway, let's do some shout outs. Who do we have in the house? We have Alan W5APD. Good morning, Alan. Let's see. Aaron KD6LLW. Good morning. Let's see. Dick W6 Victor went off the screen. Frank VE2FSE. Good morning, Frank. Let's see. Caleb KM4DWS. James N8JVC. Edward KN6ONW. James KK7BEX. See. John W7COP. Alan KO4RQW. See. Terry K9TDP. Stephen KB9CNN. Awesome. John K4JED. Awesome. Well, good morning, everyone. Going to have an awesome stream today. Wouldn't be possible without you guys. Great opportunity for you to learn about amateur radio, what your radios can do, and you know how we can help you accomplish that. So if you know anyone who wants to get a radio but they're curious about the Bluetooth, or if they have the radio and haven't figured out the Bluetooth, send them this way. We're live right now, and this video will be recorded afterwards for any of you who cannot attend. Let's go ahead and get started. So I have an AnyTone 878 UV2 Plus here. This is the kind of radio we're giving away, so let's turn it on real quick. Perfect, there we go. So I've just simply set it up with my SkyBridge here. But first, we are going to connect it to a Bluetooth headset. So this, you know what, before we do that, let's do the push-to-talk button. This will be the best order to do it in. We're going to connect it to the push-to-talk button, and then we'll go over the headset and the speaker. So the push-to-talk button, what this is, a lot of people think it's like a wrist strap or something you strap in your finger, but it's really not big enough for that. What this is for is to strap on your steering wheel. So I've got a steering wheel here. We're going to do that real quick. The way that works is you just wrap the strap around your steering wheel, as you might expect, and then simply connect it up like that. And now you can push to talk while you're driving down the road, just like that. You can see it lights up there. Awesome. So how cool is that? This is actually very convenient. You wouldn't think it would be that convenient, but once you get the radio paired up with your vehicle, it will use your car's microphone and speaker system. So you can just leave the radio, down in the dash, hit your push to talk button, and you don't have to touch anything. So you can be driving and using your radio no matter where you're driving. If it's in the busy city, doesn't make a difference. It's awesome. So let's go ahead and get it set up. So take your radio, then go to Menu. We're going to scroll down to Bluetooth. Turn the sound down here real quick. Right here, click on Bluetooth, and then we're going to turn the Bluetooth on. Awesome. Now, a common mistake a lot of people make, I've heard a lot of this, like, oh, I tried to pair my Bluetooth button and it doesn't work. They'll go into the Bluetooth pairing and pair it that way, which would make sense, right? But the Bluetooth push-to-talk button actually operates on a separate Bluetooth frequency, I believe. I don't know technically how it works, but it pairs separately to your other devices. And so you're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and there's a Bluetooth PTT pair. That's what's going to pair this button. So we'll click on that. And then PTT pair. You want to press this and then hit the button on your PTT button. Just like that. We've hit the button up here. And now, oh, I guess we connect PTT and we just hit that button, so we should be okay there. And then we'll give it a second, and you should see on the screen, it's going to tell us if it connects. Usually takes a second, and then there we go, perfect, it connected. So now we are set up with the push to talk button. So let's try that out real quick. Now obviously we're still connected to the internal microphone and speaker on the radio because we haven't paired to an audio device yet, but the button over here should work. So I'm not going to touch buttons on the radio, just hold it here, and we'll try the steering wheel button. Testing 1, 2, 3, this is W3AMG.
Testing 1, 2, 3, this is W3AMG.
Awesome, there we go. So it works great. So we have our button paired up. So now we can operate hands-free, which is cool. So let's go ahead and pair it to an audio device. Let's try the headset first. So we're going to go back in the menu. Awesome. We'll go down to Bluetooth. And then this time we do want to go into Bluetooth pairing, or BT pairing. And we are going to seek Bluetooth. Now at the same time, before we do this, we want to put our device into pairing mode. So here, I'll try to get it in the shot here. If you look on this Bluetooth headset, everyone's different. This is the Q8. You can buy it. It's actually not that much. I don't think it's like $29 or $39 with this radio. And you just hold down the button. There's a little power button on the side. Hold that down, and we will notice a light on the back of it, right there. Hold it down. There we go. It's flashing red and blue now. So now we know it's in pairing mode. So we'll go ahead and go in the menu and go back to Bluetooth and Bluetooth pairing, just like we were before, and now seek Bluetooth. So now it's going to seek for this device. There we go, Q8. So the Q8 earpiece, it found it. So we'll select that. And awesome, so it is now connected. So we have our device connected. So we should be able to use it at this point. Now, let me go back in the menu here and show you one other thing. If the people on the other end are having trouble hearing you, or you're too distorted and too loud, or vice versa, if you can't hear people, or if it's too distorted, too loud, there's options to adjust the gain. So just back out in your Bluetooth menu and scroll down, and you can see there's Bluetooth mic gain and Bluetooth speaker gain. Now, usually what it comes set on is pretty standard, but you may want to increase the mic gain or take it down a little bit, or same with the speaker. It's also going to depend on your device. Some devices have a lot more gain than others, so it's going to depend on your device. So you probably just want to try it out in the Parrot, find out how it sounds when it comes back to you, and find out how people are able to hear it, just to get a good idea of how everything is working there. But we're just going to use the standard gain for this test. Awesome, so we have the headset on, and let's try it real quick. So we should be fully set up. I'll turn the volume up a little bit so I can hear it, and we're not going to touch the radio. Testing 1, 2, 3, this is W3AMG. Awesome, so it works. It may be difficult to show you this is working. Let me try. I'll turn up the volume a little bit, although it may get distorted, just because we're going to turn it up, and I'll try to have the microphone hear it. Testing 1, 2, 3, this is W3AMG. There we go, awesome. So hopefully you heard that. It is working. I'm sure it was distorted with the volume turned up that much, but it sounded great in the ear. So awesome, there we go. That is how the headset works. Now this is the AnyTone headset you can get with this radio, but if you already have an existing headset, or I know a lot of guys use these with motorcycle helmets. They have their Sena Bluetooth headsets. This will pair up just fine with them. It works with almost every Bluetooth device out there. You know, we can't guarantee everyone just because we unfortunately haven't tested with every single one. But the majority of them work great, and I know a lot of you guys have tried it. So I'm sure you can provide some feedback on what it works with and maybe what it doesn't. But for the most part, most of the Bluetooth headsets out there will work fine as long as it has a microphone and a speaker. So let's try we have a little Bluetooth speaker here. This is going to be our representation of a vehicle. It's got a microphone and a speaker, and we're going to use that today. So if you want to delete a device, we can go in the menu here, and we'll go down to setting or to Bluetooth, and we can go to Bluetooth pairing and the paired list. So we can go into there and then click on this and delete. So, oops, it may not work while we're connected to it, but if you want to delete old devices, you can delete them out of there. So let's go ahead and look for another one. Maybe if we disconnect Bluetooth. There we go, awesome. Cool, so there we go. We've gotten rid of this device, so it's no longer connected. So we are going to put our speaker into pairing mode. Let's see, so we'll turn it on for Bluetooth, and then it looks like there's a little pairing button. Usually there is on these. So we'll hold that in, and we have a flashing light, so it looks like it's in pairing mode. Let's go ahead and pair with the radio here. So we're going to go to Seek Bluetooth. Awesome, we'll find it here. There we go, Philips. Okay, we'll select that. And just wait for it to connect. I believe that's, oh, there we go, awesome. So it is connected now. So we should be good to go here. Now, the volumes may not be right. We may have to adjust the gain because, once again, this is going to perform a little bit differently than something like this. Just depends on the device. So let's turn up the volume here on the speaker. I don't know exactly where we should have the volume set, but we'll find out. That is what the paired is for. So the microphone is actually built into this. So for this to work correctly, we're probably going to have to talk somewhat close to it. But let's give it a shot. Testing 1, 2, 3. This is W3AMG.
W3AMG.
Yeah, there we go. Awesome. That worked. It looked like I had to turn the volume up a little bit there. We'll try this again. Testing 1, 2, 3. This is W3AMG.
Testing 1, 2, 3. This is W3AMG.
Awesome. So it is working great. We have this set up. Now in your vehicle, obviously your microphone is right up there by your head, and it's made for that. And then your speaker is your car's surround sound system. But this is perfect, just a representation of that. So you could technically even use it with one of these little speakers, but you'd probably be better off with an earpiece at that point. So there we go. This is how the Bluetooth system works. It's really pretty much that simple. Let me show you the options for the gain real quick, just so you're familiar with them, because you may want to adjust them. So if you go to Bluetooth, we can go to all the way down to Bluetooth speaker gain. So if I click on that, you can see there's multiple levels. So if I want to take it up to 5, we can hear now everything's a lot louder. Or I could just set it to 3, you know, maybe somewhere in between. That is how you would set them. And then the microphone. So the speaker gain is what you are going to hear, and the microphone gain is what everyone else is going to hear. So if you're getting feedback that you're too quiet, too loud, distorted, you know, you can adjust those gains. Or better yet, try it out with the Parrot and find out for yourself. Awesome. So that's pretty much it. This is how you would use it. It really is an awesome feature. Most cars nowadays have Bluetooth built in, so you can pair it up with your car and just use your push-to-talk button on your steering wheel. But let's see if we have any questions. And then while we're doing that, I just want to remind you guys, we are giving away a brand new AnyTone 878 UV2 Plus, a brand new one on the stream today live. So you don't want to miss out on that. You do have to be present to win, so don't go anywhere just yet. And then also, if you have any questions about anything here, or interested in the radio, have some questions, no matter what, even if you're not interested in buying, just give us a call, 816-532-8451, and press 2, and we will be happy to help you, point you in the right direction, help you find out if it has a feature, anything like that. We'd love to help you guys, so give us a phone call. Let's see, what questions do we have?
Are you able to disable the mic portion of the headset so you only hear it through the headset and use the speaker mic or internal mic?
That is a good question. I believe if you have a device paired up with Bluetooth, it is going to use the speaker and the microphone from that device. One of you guys may know something else, but from my testing, that's how it works. If you have a device paired up, it's going to use both the microphone and the speaker from that device. Now, if your device supports another, different microphone source, that could be an option for you.
There are some Bluetooth speaker mics that have been released with the ability to change channels, adjust volumes, push to talk. Does AnyTone have those capabilities?
Great question. So this is purely just for audio. This is going to be your, your microphone and your speaker, and then the Bluetooth push to talk is done through a separate Bluetooth pairing sequence, a separate protocol. So if the device supports a Bluetooth push to talk and an audio, maybe, but most likely those are going to stay as two separate things. If it was designed specifically for this radio, I'm sure that would work. But really for the Bluetooth audio device, it's purely just audio.
What is the range of the Bluetooth speaker, or feature, excuse me?
That's a great question. So Bluetooth, Bluetooth doesn't go that far, typically maybe 30 foot or so. It's a good, it's going to depend on what's around you, just like any situation with RF. But typically with Bluetooth, about 30 feet. That's a good rule of thumb. It's going to be, a large room in your house or your car. You're not going to get out of the range if you're inside your vehicle. You have some range to work with, but it's not, it's not going to be a repeater system.
Will this work with other brands of Bluetooth speaker mics and hearing aids?
That's an awesome question. It will. I actually know some guys who had hearing aids, and they got their Bluetooth compatible hearing aids, and they got this, and it worked great with them. So if you have hearing aids, it may work. We can't guarantee it, but most of the time it has worked for those. So you can definitely use it with hearing aids, other brands of Bluetooth headsets, helmets if you have a motorcycle helmet. If it has Bluetooth connectivity to pair like a cell phone with, it's going to work with this.
Does this interfere with the Bluetooth from your phone?
Great question. Not really. It's just like pairing another cell phone. So if you had two cell phones, or maybe you and your wife have a cell phone paired to the car, it's going to just operate like another device. So it's not going to interfere with anything. You can have your cell phone hooked up to a different headset. They're not going to interfere with each other because that Bluetooth doesn't work that way. Unless you had a 1,000 Bluetooth devices, you might run into trouble then. But there's not going to be interference. Nope.
Is there a way to see the simplex APRS on a map via Bluetooth?
So unfortunately, there is not for that one, at least with this radio. We don't have anything that would do that. But if you do want to know your APRS, if you're talking to a digipeater, you can go to aprs.fi and you can actually see your location plotted on a map live.
What is the range of the SkyBridge?
That's a good question. The range of the SkyBridge, it's, typically we say a large house or a medium-sized property. We can walk a few blocks down the street and still connect to it, no problem here in town. It's not going to be miles and miles by any means, but it will get you within your property. Within your house is going to be fine. If for the most part, no matter what size house you have. We haven't had trouble with it working inside of a home. And like I said, we can have it in the building here and walk a few blocks down the street and it still works.
Why would the Bluetooth push-to-talk not show up on the seek list?
It's a great question. So the reason that is separate is because this is going to operate separately from the audio. This is a different kind of device. This is a push-to-talk, and these are audio devices, and AnyTone chose to keep those separate in the pairing, which makes sense. That way you can pair your Bluetooth devices separately from your push-to-talk devices. You know, no real rhyme or reason. I'm sure there was a reason they did it that way, but it makes sense.
My PTT button goes to sleep and disconnects after just a couple of minutes. Is there any way to change how long it stays awake and connected?
Oh, yeah, great question. So if the radio goes to sleep, you can certainly change that. They shouldn't disconnect. I guess if the radio turns off, it may, and then it reconnect. But if the Bluetooth device is simply just disconnecting randomly, there may be something else going on. But to stop the radio from falling asleep, which mine's doing here, but you can see mine's actually staying connected. If the radio really shouldn't disconnect if it's still on. If you turn it off, it will, but if it's still on, it shouldn't. But if you're having trouble with the screen turning off, you can go to Settings, and then Radio Set, Display Function, and then Light Time, and here you can toggle how long you want it to stay on. Awesome. Any more questions here?
Can you use Bluetooth and GPS at the same time?
Great question. So yeah, absolutely. They don't interfere with each other. You can have GPS set up for for APRS, or if you want to look at your location, that works fine. And Bluetooth will also work. No interference there.
Can you use this with APRS Droid to receive APRS via Bluetooth on your phone?
You cannot. No, it doesn't support any packet information over Bluetooth, anything like that. It's just Bluetooth audio.
Can you use a connected speaker mic with the Bluetooth push-to-talk button?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to have a speaker mic hooked up and then also use the push-to-talk button, you could do that. So if you had, maybe your car doesn't support Bluetooth, an older car, and you had a wired headset or a speaker mic that you liked and had that clipped on, you could still use the Bluetooth push-to-talk button. Absolutely.
How long does the battery on the PTT last?
That's a good question. The battery, it's going to depend how much you use it. Typically, maybe about a week. But like I said, it's going to depend a lot how much you use it, because it varies a lot on how much you talk. Some people talk a lot more than others. But it's just micro USB, so you can charge it up really easily whenever.
I got one of your Bluetooth earphones/mics. Where can I get the instructions for pairing?
Awesome. So we actually have a video that will show you how to pair it, the Q8 earpiece. But we can go over it right here. It's really simple. If we switch over to this camera. So here is the Bluetooth. I'll move these out of the way so you can see better. Here is the microphone. So on this piece right here, there's a button. Now this button is the power button. Now to pair it, we're going to look for a light on the back side. So I'm going to hold down this button, right? And we'll look at this side. So I'm going to hold it down. And we'll see there's now a blue light, and I kept holding it, and now it is flashing red and blue, that little light there. That means it's in pairing mode, and now you can go into Seek and Seek Bluetooth and pair it.
Using the Vox setting, can you use the Bluetooth headset without the PTT button?
You can, absolutely. So if you have Vox set up, you can just speak into the radio and it will automatically transmit. Sure thing.
What is the range with DMR versus analog radios?
So DMR versus analog, it's not necessarily going to be a lot different there. Analog and DMR, sometimes DMR can go a little bit further. It's just going to depend on the situation. The cool thing with DMR is typically the signal, especially at range, it's going to be a lot more clear. It's a digital signal, and it will, it'll travel that far, and it's not going to be broken up as you might see with an analog signal. And the other cool thing with DMR is you can hook it into these awesome networks like Brandmeister and talk to people all over the world.
Can I connect All-Star up to the SkyBridge?
I believe there might be a way to do that. I'm not super familiar with our All-Star myself. Definitely give us a call, 816-532-8451 and press 2, and we'll help you find that out. Now, I know the SkyBridge supports D-Star, DMR, obviously, System Fusion, and I believe NXDN and P25. And a lot of those can actually cross-mode between each other with the SkyBridge. But I'm not familiar with our All-Star and if that's supported or not. I don't think it is natively, but there may be a way to cross into it somehow. So definitely give us a call, and we can help you find that out further.
All right, we have a winner for today's giveaway.
Awesome. So we have a winner for today's giveaway. Now, before we do this real quick, remember, we are doing a big giveaway. We're announcing it later today for the next big BridgeCom Systems giveaway. It will run for about a month. Can't give you any details yet, but it's really cool, and we've added a new twist to it. So it's going to be different from any giveaway we've ever done before. So you definitely want to check that out. And then we're giving away one of these radios right now. So if you have questions, give us a call, 816-532-8451 and press 2, and we'll be happy to really help you with anything. So let's see who the winner is.
Today's winner is Philip Clayton, KG4LTT.
KG4LTT. Philip, are you in the house? We'll wait, make sure he's here, and if he is not here, we will pick another winner. Haven't had to do this yet, I'm surprised, but one day we may have to, so don't go anywhere just yet.
While we wait, is it the same PTT button for the mobiles and the handhelds?
It is, absolutely. The same push-to-talk button for the handhelds works for the mobiles. Same button.
And Philip is in the house.
Awesome. Philip is here, so congratulations, Philip. You have just won yourself a brand new AnyTone 878 UV2 Plus, the latest and greatest handheld DMR radio out there. So we will reach out to you to get your contact information, so just reply to that email and we will get you all set up. So thank you all for attending. It wouldn't be possible without you. If you know anyone who wants to learn more about radios, DMR, and how to use their radios, send them this way. Every week at 11 a.m. Central Time, we will do another stream. So that's all I have for today. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you do, subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure you turn on that notification so you don't miss out on future live streams. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Cody W3AMG 73.